The DESTINY-Breast02 trial was a study of Trastuzumab deruxtecan, which is a HER2-directed antibody-drug conjugate. And the study was looking at patients with HER2-positive metastatic breast cancer who previously had T-DM1. And it was randomizing those patients to either Trastuzumab deruxtecan or treatment of physician's choice. The reason to do this trial was because we had previously shown in the DESTINY-Breast01 trial that Trastuzumab deruxtecan was very effective in patients who previously had T-DM1. The median progression-free survival in that study was 19 months, and that led to the accelerated approval of T-DXd in that setting. But that was a single-arm phase 2 trial, and so it needed validation in a larger trial. And so the reason to do DESTINY-Breast02 was to confirm the results of DESTINY-Breast01. So that was designed in that way, looking at the same similar population of post-T-DM1 HER2-positive metastatic breast cancer. What we found in this randomized trial that was reported at San Antonio this year was that T-DXd was markedly superior to treatment of physician's choice, which in this case was capecitabine with Trastuzumab or capecitabine with Lapatinib, in terms of progression-free survival. So the hazard ratio is about 0.36, so a 64% reduction in the risk of progression or death. The median PFS was about 18 months with T-DXd, about 7 months with treatment of physician's choice, so a pretty big difference. And because the PFS benefit was significant, we also looked at overall survival. And even at this relatively early analysis, overall survival also significantly favored T-DXd over TPC. So there's about a 13-month longer overall survival with T-DXd compared to treatment of physician's choice. So from those two key efficacy endpoints, T-DXd was clearly substantially better. You looked at things like response rate and clinical benefit rate. Those also highly favored T-DXd. So that was the main take-home message in terms of efficacy. In terms of safety, pretty much the same as what we've seen in prior T-DXd trials. The most common adverse events with T-DXd are nausea and vomiting. They tend to be low grade, but it does benefit patients to use prophylactic antiemetics. The serious potential adverse event we know with T-DXd is interstitial lung disease, or ILD. In our study, the rate of overall ILD was about 10%, which is similar to what we've seen in other T-DXd studies, or actually even a little lower. Most of those events were low grade, but unfortunately 2 patients, or 0.5% of the population, did have fatal ILD. That was felt to be related to T-DXd. So again, this is just further highlights that this is we have to pay attention to this toxicity, and we have to monitor patients when they're on T-DXd.